So today we're going to be talking about self-healing. How to self-heal.
Yeah.
This is a very highly requested topic, and I love talking about it because this reminders I need to remind myself all the time.
Me too.
So one of the things I've learned to do to self-heal, well, first you want to identify the issue. Whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual, our belief is that all of these things do stem from a spiritual base. So I'll give an example, personal testimony. I had a lot of constant bladder infections as a woman. I know I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
And coming into spirituality, especially after many doctors often couldn't figure out why do I keep getting them, and sometimes I would have all the symptoms and they would say, oh, you don't even have one right now. I'm like, what? I feel it. I know it. It came from a spiritual source. My sacral chakra was off balance, and it came from deep-rooted anger and self-worth issues and emotional pain and trauma I was harboring from relationships. So we identified the problem.
Yeah.
Next is to heal the source. So we did a lot of meditating, journaling, full moon rituals to release, video blogging, as Christina's always talking, getting to the root cause so that it can be addressed and healed and let go and purged. And then of course, for me, I always do positive affirmation and mantras to manifest what I want coming forward to replace it. So that was the first step. Second step for me is I turn everything into magic, everything into a ritual. Drinking water, that water is programmed to heal it. Spraying perfume, that perfume is going on with a purpose, and I'm saying it, speaking it. Taking a pill, that pill is, whether it was for that source or not, even if it was a headache, I was telling myself, this is healing my pain. This is healing my emotional trauma. I turned everything into a ritual. Slowly began to work for me.
Yeah. Auto-suggestion, like Erika's saying, where she told herself these things as she was taking a pill that could be for something completely different. Auto-suggestion is super powerful. There's a book I'm reading now called Think and Grow Rich. I know it's pretty popular. I'm reading it for the second time. But he talks about how you can will yourself to life, to self-healing, or you can will yourself to death even, by constant thoughts of rumination and shame, and the way you talk to yourself can completely destroy like your molecular makeup. So we have to be really cautious of what we're putting out there, not even just like verbally out there, but just like out there within our energy fields. Are we saying things to promote health and growth? Are we saying things to stunt it? So for me, I suffer from migraines. It is just something I've always had, and I have to manage that through self-healing, whether that's, of course, some of the things that Erika has mentioned with affirmations and meditation, but also looking into other forms of natural healing. For me, peppermint has been something I'm so obsessed with lately. I used to hate the smell of it, and now I understand why, because my body needed it. So I was like pushing it away and not trying to, incorporate it to move forward past this ailment. But in the shower, I'll spray peppermint and I'll just turn that into a ritual. So our friend Lauren suggests, turn off the lights. Whenever you're taking a shower, turn off the lights. Make that a magical spa experience. I mean, we're blessed. We have access to hot water, whenever we desire. And this lifestyle, we sometimes overlook those things and see how they can help to heal us just on a daily basis. So make your shower more than just a shower. Like, make it your spa experience. When you step in, light a candle, get your favorite aromatherapy, just make sure music is gentle and in the background, and turn the lights off. Have that time to, say a mantra or to just sit in peace. Sometimes I'll even sit on the floor in the shower and just have the shower water running, because not everybody is like pro bath all the time. If you're going somewhere and you're like trying to pick up the pace. So baths are beautiful rituals as well, but you can also make showers magical. So that's something you do, twice a day typically, right? So don't take for granted the small ways to inject magic into your daily routine. Also with foods, right? We used to say prayers when we were kids, and then I used to be like, I don't want to say the prayer, I want to get to the Thanksgiving dinner or whatever that may be. But now I look at just the gratitude you give. More gratitude, more reception. So every piece that's created for you, that's sourced locally or beyond for you, that's a beautiful thing. So taking the time to, it doesn't have to be like a prayer based on religion. It could just be a gratitude suggestion for everything that you're about to ingest. That also causes you to slow down a little bit and be more mindful. Really taking time to be mindful helps with self-healing, okay? When you ground your body and say, I am here, you're less prone to just be moving at this stressful pace or making accidents happen because you're just scattered. So practicing mindfulness, even if that is just, it can be through meditation, but walking with the only intention, like walking around your neighborhood with the intention to just be one foot in front of the other, no particular destination in mind. That is so healing. Like my personal card of the day yesterday was go outside. And it was saying connect to nature again. That is a beautiful way to plant your feet barefoot on the earth and like expend all the extra energy that you've picked up over the course of that day or that week back into the earth. And then just pull down spirit, into you to help you heal and make you feel sound again. So get outside. I know we work in this day and age of being indoors, at the computer, on our phones, okay? But sometimes unplug and get back to creation. So those are some powerful ways, and free, to self-heal.
Yes, we love free self-healing.
Exactly.
And if you're a visual person like I am, then we always recommend things like candle magic or things that will remind you of the healing that's taking place. Also be patient with the process. You may not always get immediate overnight results. Sometimes it'll take time. Mine maybe took over a year to finally get it all together. And sometimes when my vibration drops, I see some of the symptoms resurfacing. And guess what? I gotta do it again. So just because something may come back up, like don't beat yourself up so much. Just be patient with the process. And especially for people with like chronic pain and things like that, you're gonna have your good days, you're gonna have your bad days, and I have that too. I suffer from chronic neck and back pain. So when you, like Christine said, gratitude. When you're having that good moment, give as much appreciation as possible for the fact that I'm feeling good right now. And that's gonna help you get more.
I've realized that too. When I have like an intense migraine, when I get back to health, I'm so grateful. I'm like just happy to be here, happy to be able to listen to people without like feeling nauseous or just overwhelmed. So give gratitude for those healthy moments, because now you're putting intention to acknowledging the blessing that you have. Also, I have a book called, and I've probably mentioned this on another episode, but Feelings Buried Alive, Feelings Buried Alive, Never Die. And that book is so amazing because it says the spiritual source of countless ailments that we have, from just even things as simple as nail biting. You just do that mindlessly and you don't think how that's tied to shame and self-hatred. It has migraines in there. It has so many different things. So if you are interested, you can leave a comment below, because I do not remember the author. I apologize. I read too many books to always remember, but I love that book, and it has a glossary in the back that you can just browse to. I was having knee issues, like my right knee all of a sudden just was the most painful thing on my body. And I had to figure out what is going on. So I turned to the book, and there's different spiritual causes for left knee pain versus right knee. And right knee was about stubbornness. And at that time, I was truly stubborn and whatever was going on in my life. So I had to do meditations around release work. Like I surrender, I release. I would repeat that in the shower. I surrender, I release. And it was just so empowering. And that combined with the fact that I acknowledged my stubbornness and I changed in those areas, my mindset and my actions, my knee no longer hurts. But of course, during that time, I was attracting people with knee problems that were like, oh, this is chronic, it'll never go away. So they could play on my fear, but instead, I chose to focus on the healing and not the worst case scenario.
So I know I've spoken before about the chronic cough I used to have. If you watch our channel, I've said it so many times. But that was tied to throat chakra issues and heart chakra because it was connected. So again, I had to heal my ability to express and to speak my needs and not hold things in. So for me, it was also a matter of having the courage to express. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's going to be different for everybody. The source is going to be different. You know, of course, a similar vibration as to why it's become, like, you know, you said stubbornness for the knee.
Yeah.
But your root cause is going to be on a personal matter for you. So this is why meditation, self-reflection, and all of these things are so key to self-healing.
And just ownership, you know, because when we're feeling like at our worst, we're like, oh, they stressed me out. Oh, they did this, they did that. But it's really about taking the ownership, no matter how difficult it is, to say, like, I feel weak right now because, or I feel angry right now because, or I'm not expressing myself because, and now I see the effects of it. It's okay to, you know, be at those moments where you're not at your perfect, you know, best self. Yeah. But what happens is our symptoms can last longer if we're blaming or we're not acknowledging, we're just suppressing. That's when you get the chronic ailments that just want to stick around. So we just want you to be more aware that the body is a miraculous thing. Like your temple, it's powerful, and it was trained to heal. It was trained to bounce back. It was here, like, or it is here because it's a beautiful vessel to hold your spirit. So make sure that you acknowledge how powerful it is versus thinking, oh, I'm weak. Oh, like I have to rely on this medication. Oh, I have to rely on getting into the doctor. Of course, you want to combine like going to the doctor for checkups and all of these things, but we want you to remember your personal strength, because we've seen, you know, when you watch TV, there's countless medication commercials, and it's getting to a point where it's just outrageous. So we want to remember those basic ways to get back to your core self, using the light within you to heal yourself.
So hopefully these were some really beneficial tips for you guys. And please share, comment below your experience or questions you may have or suggestions, all of those things.
Yeah.
Of course, subscribe.
Yeah, remember to subscribe, share it with a friend. If you have any book suggestions around self-healing as well, leave them below, because I love to learn about this topic. And yeah, start the conversation. It's really about not just ignoring what's going on within you or medicating and moving on, but getting to the core spiritual cause and making your life totally different. All right? Bye, vibers.